right now is 5:28 a.m. Okay, wanted to say a few things to Rob and just let everyone know what's going on. So, Rob, I haven't even looked at the contract yet. I know it exists. I've skimmed over it in about 30 seconds, but I literally have not done a thing. So, just for the record, there is no hesitation, Rob. There is zero hesitation in me pulling you a king of the table three. Zero hesitation. There's plenty of hesitation for me in doing anything else with you, having a beer, going for a drive, trusting you in general. There's hesitation in those things. But there is definitely no hesitation in me signing this contract. Okay, what you got to realize, Rob, is you've screwed up already. You screwed up by going public 30 seconds after you received the contract. So I'm gonna do my due diligence. My wife and I haven't even had a chance to discuss this yet. It's literally, like I said, it's 5:28 a.m. for me, and I have literally been moving house in the last 24 hours. Moving house with my kids due to turn up in 4 hours' time. Haven't slept all night. Literally been unpacking the house all night. Anyway, so Rob, I will get to the contract. I will get to the contract. I will go through it. I'm sure it'll be fine, just like it was for you. I'm sure it'll be fine, and we'll make it happen. If everyone asking how am I going to get there regarding my vaccination status, all that sort of stuff, okay, the answer to that question is pretty easy. The answer to that question is I will receive an exemption based on my business and based on the match being essential work for my business. The contract from Core Sports and a letter from Core Sports will provide um, the necessary evidence to get my exemption to travel or to leave Australia. And so then I'll leave Australia, um, compete in Dubai, come home, and I'll have to do 2 weeks quarantine. But look, making Rob pin himself is worth it for 2 weeks quarantine. It's something I intend to do. That's the kind of match that I would be happy to do 2 weeks quarantine. So that's the process that is happening. Like I said, I'll sign the contract. No dramas. I'll sign the contract. Um, but like I said, Rob, you screwed up already. You're already putting your foot in. You're already prematurely ejaculating all over this situation by releasing a video straight away without even checking anything. Core Sports had told you, look, obviously we wait till both people are signed and all the details are sorted out. But no, Rob blew his load nice and early. Just like you will in the match. You'll start to think you got it, and then you'll realize too late that you haven't. It's the way it's going to go. When this does happen on March 27, just be aware that you are going to feel the feeling where you're confused. You're going to feel a feeling where you're more confused than you were against Sasha. I mean, Sasha was just too strong for you. I'm not going to just be too strong for you. I'm going to make you feel confused on the table. And there's going to be a little moment where you're going to be trying as hard as you can, and I'm going to have a stop on you. And when I hit that moment, you're going to start to panic, and you're going to all of a sudden look over at me, and you're going to see me smiling whilst you're in max effort face. And I'm not going to have done that because I'm too strong. I'm going to have done that because I'm a better arm wrestler. I'm going to have done that because I'm going to confuse you, and you're going to panic, and you're not going to want to be there anymore. Now, if that happens round one, it's going to be really, really ugly. Round two, it's kind of respectful. Round three, you can probably keep your head held high because you won a couple of rounds. But there is going to be that moment. There will be a stop, and yeah, I'm going to confuse you. Anyway, so back to the main point. There is no hesitation, Rob. However, I will take my time to, like I said, I have to sleep right now. I got my kids turning up at 9 a.m., which is 4 hours from now, after I've been up literally all night unpacking, moving house. Um, like I said, much bigger priorities. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just having a look at some of the comments. Weight limits haven't been set yet. Um, I suggest this is a middleweight battle. I suggest 210 pounds, but this is all to be negotiated. We'll lock it in with Core Sports, but 210 is what I'm suggesting. Uncle John, if Bowen can make LBJ quit, the world blows up. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. I really do intend on doing it that way. This for me, Uncle John. This is a bigger opportunity than anything else I've ever had. Not only just in an arm wrestling sense, but in an opportunity to rub it into someone that I genuinely don't like, who has genuinely talked so much shit about me out of context with mistruths. The dude doesn't the dude doesn't have respect for my big toe. So why should I show him any respect back? Honestly, people who know me know where I'm at. But for Rob, this will be something special. If I'm able to pull off what I think I can pull off and what I intend to pull off, then he will pin himself and he'll hate doing it. And he won't want to be in the room anymore when that happens. So that's what I intend to do. That's how I intend to make the match finish. But yeah, like I said, nothing's gonna be an act in any of this. You guys know clearly Rob doesn't like me. You know clearly I don't like Rob. There is no acting in any of this. The tension in the room will be real. The press conference tension will be insane, and we'll finally get to find out. One way or the other, we'll find out. One thing's for sure is I am not scared of Rob Pigeon. Not the slightest bit scared of what that man can or can't do on the table. Like, people asking me, will like Kings move him? Look, I will do anything and everything. I have a full repertoire of lanes available to me. Uh, I clearly understand where his strengths are. I've seen him look confused against Sasha in certain lanes. I've seen him talk afterwards and indicate a lack of understanding on certain key components of arm wrestling. And I'll expose whatever lanes are there to expose. My side pressure will be a big tool that I'll no doubt use. I don't think he wants to test elbows on elbows. If we go frame on frame and both supinate, his arm will break or he'll back off. And I don't think he's the kind of man to stay forward. He won't stay forward. He won't even supinate against me. He wouldn't do that. He'll do his thing, his wrist flexion, drag, pronate, and take control of rotation. That's what he wants to do. That's his ace. I get it. That's how he would normally arm wrestle. That's fine. Um, I've got lanes. I can Kings move if I needed to. It's in my back pocket. It won't be a go-to off the start. Not at all. It'll just be side pressure off the start. We're king of the table, so it's going to straps no matter what, um, which is good for me. I mean, I was going to take it there anyway, but we'll just strap up. We're in king of the table, and I'll bang sideways. Rob will probably catch, and then I'll confuse him. I actually don't think I can pin Rob off the go in one search. I don't think I can. But I think I can get to a position where he's having to dig his way out, and that's when the dance begins. And I dance a whole lot better on the table than Rob does. Rob's very straightforward, simple directions. Little things are going to be going on that are going to confuse him. Anyway, all right, guys. Like I said, I'm going to leave it here because I haven't slept and it's 5:40 a.m. I've literally been unpacking and moving house all night, and that's why I haven't signed Rob. I haven't yet even looked at it. I know the contract's there, but like I said, I got to do my due diligence and sit down with my wife and discuss this and go through it and work out I've got to apply for exemptions to the government, all this kind of stuff. But anyway, so this wouldn't have been announced for a while, if you're wondering, people. But Rob put his foot in it. Rob will try to twist his words and say that it's me hesitating. No, there is zero hesitation in this. Rob put his foot in it, just like he will on March 27. All right, guys. See ya.